Everybody, welcome back to Big Crypto here. Time to talk Kaspa. Now, it looks like we're about to set up for another big leg up, and there has been some further building from this coin in names of exchanges and much more. We're going to break down all of it in this video. So if you are interested in Kaspa and you're still holding it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We bring you the latest and greatest, and also smash the like button if you want to see more content like this. With that being said, let's take a look at the market. Just looks like we are turning green once again, setting up for another solid weekend in the world of cryptocurrency. But if we scroll down a little bit into the 26th highest ranked cryptocurrency is Kaspa, up 8% on the day, looking to retest at that 14 level and potentially even push to the 15s. I think that could be coming pretty soon. I'll tell you why. We're up on volume around 99%, up $56 million, and market capitalization holding around that $3 billion mark. So all good in terms of the stats for Kaspa. But what's been going on? Well, ultimately, we do know there's been a happy birthday party for Kaspa. The event held October 30th to the 10th of November, and ultimately celebrating all that was Kaspa. 03 Finance, Nawar Obina, the Nigerian ambassador for Kaspa. Is a great pleasure to have huge sense of fulfillment that I draft this mini report in regards to the just concluded 03 Finance and ultimately the event going on in Nigeria and Uganda, continuing to stick with what they set out originally, which has been decentralized and community focused. But in terms of driving the project forward, what do we have? Well, we have a number of further exchange listings. We obviously are still waiting for that big one, Binance. They have the futures. Are we going to see a Binance listing soon? However, we did have two new listings, one being exchange.io and the second one being Bitrue. So Bitrue, decent exchange that we see Kaspa listed. Remember, a lot of the top tier exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, Qcoin, all of those other ones want to see volume from the smaller exchanges first. And I think it is only a matter of time until we do see a Binance listing or even potentially a Coinbase listing. The fundamentals of the project align to what Coinbase looks at, and we'll see whether that comes out. But to get Bitrue is a good exchange to have, and equally a good step in the right direction to continue with those developments. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, we will see it on here if it was to list on Coinbase as an example. The only place we will ever see it is on here. So if you see anyone telling you that Kaspa is going to be on Coinbase, unless it is on this asset page, that is simply not true, and we will await to see what happens. So what's going on with Kaspa then? The next target of $120 billion market cap with the Bitcoin ETF continues a successful pre-sale. So ultimately, we see this continuation of the ETFs that a lot of people are expecting to happen soon. We see Kaspa ultimately having a massive run and will continue in line with the market. And I think this narrative around ETFs is certainly opening up the doorways for a lot more people to become into cryptocurrency. Remember, when a lot of people make money on Bitcoin, they tend to spend it on other ones. And I think this is ultimately important. It says Brava lays out a strategic forward market cap analysis, nothing that Kaspa eventually total supply around 24 billion tokens. A price target of $5 would equate to a $120 billion market cap. While that may seem lofty, he argues it's achievable based on the overall growth of the cryptocurrency market. And that's the point. If we're talking 7, 8, 9, 10 trillion dollar market caps, $120 billion market cap for Kaspa is very, very doable. And I've sort of said I believe Kaspa to be a top 10 project. Ultimately, right now, it just would be a $10 billion market cap, puts it into that bottom end. And people might say, well, hold on a minute, Ethereum's at 251 billion. How can Kaspa ever get to 120 billion? The reality is, as the market moves, remember, topped out at 3.5 trillion. That would argue a $1.5 trillion market cap for Bitcoin could absolutely be in that realm of Kaspa moving that. Remember, it is a unique, innovative, and very new block DAG, doing something completely different to the rest of it. So specifically, he envisions the total market cap swelling to between 5 and 10 trillion in 2025. For context, November 21 all-time high for crypto is near 3 trillion. Ultimately, if the market grows at that scale, 120 billion valuation is not outlandish for an elite project like Kaspa, representing just 1 to 2% of the market share. Bravenot's Cardano briefly surpassed a $90 billion market cap with 0 functional products, only on an ambitious roadmap. So remember that. Whereas Kaspa is scaling, Kaspa is ultimately trying to push through that 100 BPS in the future, and ultimately has a massive community consensus that sits behind that, all going in the right direction. However, there is also other projects that are now forking Kaspa. Carlson Network ultimately is a fork of the Kaspa network, so do be mindful. I'm not saying that this is a bad project. I'm not saying that it is a good project. I'm purely just telling you that we are starting to see forks of the Kaspa network, people trying to do something different and bring in their own protocol. So do be mindful. I think that right now, in my opinion, there is only one Kaspa, and there's only one Kaspa I'm holding. I'm not buying into anything else just at the minute, but I thought I'd bring it to your attention that there is other potential investments that are now starting to fork the Kaspa network. So when we take a look at the price, and actually, like I said at the start of the video, we are starting to see a little bit of a move on Kaspa. You can see right now we're up about 1.45%. Altcoins starting to rally as Bitcoin cools in the later part of the day. 38,800 on Bitcoin, starting to potentially start to break that 39k. But look at this move on Kaspa, absolutely in line with this upward trend. Now we have the local high here at around that kind of 14.1 range, and then a slightly higher range around the 14.8. So we'll see if we get this break above. We obviously wicked up to that 15.4 a few days ago, back in kind of Sunday the 19th. If we can continue this move, I think we are setting up for a very nice run. You see the pattern that Kaspa does normally create when it starts to push, and it looks like it is doing exactly the same right now, up 1.5%, along with Lunar Classic absolutely sending. So we'll keep an eye on Kaspa. I think we could be in for a very interesting weekend. And equally, as we see these further exchanges come on board, when do you think we're going to see a Binance or a Coinbase listing? Drop it as ever in the comments down below, and don't forget, hit the like button. YouTube loves it when you hit the like button, and subscribe if you are new for all your latest and greatest in cryptocurrency content. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.